somewhere else. That's where all of your suffering begins. You're not a master of self if you can't master the moment. The moment belongs to you. It's the most important thing in the world. Dominate your moment. That's the focus today. Dominate your moments. If I dominate the moment, I dominate the day. If I dominate the day, I dominate my week. I dominate my month. I dominate the year. I dominate my life. But if I can't dominate the moment, how will I ever become the most powerful version of myself? If I can't even dominate a moment, if I can't stay focused on the moment, how will I become the greatest version of myself? The greatest version of me requires me to dominate the moment. And dominating the moment means that you remove anything out of your moment that no longer adds value to you, period. I keep telling you guys, you're the warden and the inmate to your own life. Got to stop being the inmate. The inmate is the one that carries all the pain. The inmate is the one that suffers. The inmate is the one that shows up small. The inmate is the one that doesn't speak your truth. The inmate is the one that doesn't show up as the most authentic version of yourself. The warden works at the prison, but the warden isn't affected by the prison. Meaning that you're not affected by the present moment. The present moment no longer has the ability to impact you or affect you because you understand that everything outside of you is neutral. Be the warden in your life, not the inmate. Be the pilot in your life, not the co-pilot. Stop handing the keys to who you are to other people. Stop handing the keys to your happiness to other people. Stop thinking that people can complete you. No one can complete what's already complete. People can only add to what's there, but what they cannot do is add to what's missing. That's where you need to focus. We show up to situations with things missing in us. That's the only reason why you start looking. It's the number one indicator that you are not loving yourself and that you're not self-aware. It's because you go out in the world looking for something that you're already in possession of. How can I find what I've never lost? Destiny, so good to see you. 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 Hey, what's up, Alice? So good to see you. Taz, I see you. Rocco, my brother, what's going on? Lynetta's in the building. What's up, mama? So good to see you. Happy Friday. Silver CEO, happy Friday. Happy Friday. So good to see you all. Taz, my brother, what's good? So good to see you. Megan's in the building. Dominate, big homie. So good to see you, big homie. Yeah, dominate your moment. I mean, that's the whole art of the game. Again, what's my purpose in life, coach? You are the purpose. There's no purpose outside of you. You are it. Just discovering who you are, solving the riddle to who you are, solving the puzzle to who you are is the most important thing in the world. We don't solve the puzzle. We don't solve the riddle because we're too busy trying to help other people solve theirs. That's problem number one. You haven't figured out the puzzle called you yet. You over here helping this person. That part right there, Danielle, you are the purpose. You might be the most important one ever created, but we'll never find that out if you keep focusing on other people. You might just be the most important thing that God has ever created. We'll never find that out because you're too busy helping other people climb their ladder instead of focusing on climbing yours. Your ladder is the most important one in the world. You should never stop climbing it. Tara, what's up, mama? So good to see you. Moni Love, so good to see you. Thank you guys for sharing. Let's get the likes up so that we can get the medicine out. You guys know what I say every single day. The world is suffering due to a lack of self-awareness, due to a lack of emotional intelligence, due to a lack of people not knowing who and what they are. All eyes on me. I see you. It's sad. You're the medicine. You're not just a medicine for you. You're the medicine for millions and millions and millions of people. That's why we were all created. We don't even see it, man. That's the saddest thing in the world to me. That's the saddest thing in the world to me. That right there. The fact that you are not just a medicine for yourself. You are the medicine for millions of people that are an energetic match to what you carry, and you don't even see it. Because we're so caught up on other people. We're so busy trying to focus on how we look in the eyes of other people. We don't ever understand what we are or why we were created. You were created to be the medicine, the solution, the blessing, the answer. That was it. That's enough right there. You don't need all of these other titles attached to that. That's enough. That right there will bring generational wealth to your entire family, and it's authentically who you are. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to show up as something that you're not. It's already something that you naturally are. Just being you. The day that just being you cures people, heals people, unlocks people, becomes the medicine for people, you're the greatest thing walking. And that's exactly where self-awareness is going to teach you. I show up and just be me every single day. Every day. Not being some version of myself that I think the world is. Just me being me every single day heals people, cures people. The blessing, the answer, gets people jump-started, gets them unlocked, gets them just being myself. You don't have to have some special education. You'll become a master if you just follow the blueprint that I'm giving you guys. You're going to become a master. Once you become a master, it's game over. No, I'm not a pastor. I get asked that a lot, though. I get asked that a lot. If I had $1 for every time someone asked me that, I'd be probably the wealthiest person in the world right now. All right. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Mama. Let's get busy. Okay, give me some of that Ukraine love. Okay. That part right there, Mr. Bishop. But see, that's what I'm saying. And I think you guys all understand. I'm glad she asked that question. You are infinitely more powerful than any building you will ever walk in. You are infinitely more powerful than any organ. I'm talking about once you become unlocked. Once you become that self-aware version of you, you won't want to tie yourself to anything. You're going to be too powerful. Because anytime you attach that label to yourself, now you make the label powerful. You stop being powerful. Now that thing that you identified with, that organization, that group, now that you've attached your power to that, you only blow that thing up now. You stop blowing up. No, God created you to be your own experience. So the moment you take all of that power, all of that greatness that he put in you, and you go join some group, some organization, you blow that thing up. You stop blowing up. You get lost underneath the label. That's why I don't carry labels on me. It's the number one reason why I don't do it. All right. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do is attach some label to yourself because you fall underneath the label. You stop being powerful. The only thing that becomes powerful in that moment is the label, not you. All right, let's get busy. Let's just have appetizers real quick. Hey, Joanna, what's up, Mama? So good to see you. This is the realest thing I can ever tell you. Access destroys value. I need you to understand that. Some of you guys are in some situations right now where things are not looking the way they should be because disrespect is involved, verbal abuse is involved, different things. Things are happening that weren't happening in the beginning. Access destroys value. I said destroys. Access destroys value. When you make yourself too accessible to people, you become familiar. And familiarity breeds boredom, which leads to disrespect, which leads to that person no longer placing value on you. One more time. When you make yourself too accessible to people, you become familiar. Familiarity breeds boredom, which ultimately leads to disrespect, which ultimately leads to that person no longer placing value on you. Value's been lost. And you've been programmed and conditioned to make yourself so accessible to your partner. Never realizing that you were destroying the relationship in that moment. Why? Because we lack self-awareness and we don't understand how the human mind works. You have quantum computers sitting here. It figures things out quick. Its job is to master patterns. You are a pattern to someone else's brain. You may not be a pattern to God. You may not be a pattern to me. Why? Because I'm awakened. But to that sleeping person and in the mind of that person, you are a pattern. And once that person's brain figures out your little daily routines, figures out your little habits, figures out all of the little quirks to you, figures out all of your little imperfections, figures out all, it's bored with you. And once it has figured you out, it won't go back to that excitement again. It won't go back to that. Now that person is pretending. That's where all of the pretending starts. That's the part where you start to figure out, my partner is no longer doing what they once did in the beginning to get me. Truth is already at the door. There was a moment in your relationship, even if you're in one now or if you've been in one before, there was a moment in your relationship where you started to notice that your partner was no longer doing what they once did in the beginning to get you. Live in your truth right now. And the reason why they weren't doing that, let me turn your awareness up. The reason why they were no longer doing that, because they had already figured you out. Their brain had already figured you out. And due to a lack of self-awareness, they didn't know what was happening. So they started pretending. Because they were no longer placing value on you. They didn't place the same value on you that they did in the beginning. The reason why they placed high value on you in the beginning is because their brain hadn't figured out the pattern. Their brain hadn't figured you out yet. So all of this excitement was going on. All of this utopia was going on. All of this high energy was going on. All of this high value being placed on you was going on. Walking around in some state of euphoria and all of that was happening. But the moment that brain cracked the code to the safe that is you, boredom. The same way when you walk in your closet and you're bored with everything in there. The same way when you walk in your living room and you're bored with everything in there. The same way when you walk in your kitchen and you're bored. You don't get excited when you walk in your kitchen. You don't get excited when you walk in your closet. You don't get excited at all. The only time you get excited when you walk in your closet is if you have a single new outfit in there. Living the truth. That's the only time you get excited. There's nothing new in there. There's nothing to get excited about. Okay, that's clothes. Imagine a human being. So once that person's brain has figured you out, has figured out your patterns, that brain, their brain no longer places value on you like that. It has nothing to do with the person. The person just doesn't know how they operate. They don't know how they work. That's why relationships fall apart. If there is disrespect in your relationship right now, it's because your partner no longer places value on you. If there's verbal abuse in the relationship right now, it's because your partner no longer places value on you. So in a situation, what do you do in a situation like that? This is why growth is the number one thing that should be happening in your life. This is why you being the priority. The relationship, let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the problem. The problem is the fact that you've been programmed and conditioned to place this relationship on some pedestal. And the moment you jumped into a relationship, you stopped focusing on yourself and you started focusing on being everything that your partner told you to be, everything that your partner or everything you thought you needed to be for this person. And that's when you lost yourself. And that's when the relationship was really over in that moment. Because what attracted that person to you was the fact that you had your own life going on. You had your own friends. You stopped hanging out with your friends once you got your significant other. You stopped hanging out in places doing the things that you used to do. All of the things that you used to do before you met that person, you slowly stop doing all those things. Live in the truth. I'm just asking you to live in your truth. I know it already. Because we don't understand that the relationship is only an extension of you. It's not everything. It's just a part of you. It's a piece of you. It's a reflection of you. The purpose of the relationship was to reflect back to you where you still need to heal. Had nothing to do with completing you. Had nothing to do with finding love, because you are love. How do you find what you already are? Had nothing to do with finding happiness, because you already are happiness. Had nothing to do with finding someone to complete you, because you were already complete. So it had nothing to do with any of that, but you've been programmed and conditioned to believe that. So you went into the relationship looking for love. You went in the relationship looking for happiness. You went in the relationship looking for everything except yourself. The relationship was never designed to complete you. It was designed to reveal you back to you, so that you could start working on the parts of yourself that still need to heal in an environment that's safe. In an environment where that person is going to genuinely love you. In an environment where that person is going to support you and appreciate you. But you didn't work on you. Only thing you did was focus on them. And because you were their everything, you were your nothing. The relationship was over that day. Everything else was just us waiting out the inevitable. That part right there, Monica, it fell apart. And see, the relationship, when it became powerful, the relationship will only grow to the extent that you do. The relationship becomes powerful when you become powerful. The relationship becomes more loving when you love yourself more. But we don't do that. You stop being everything that you were before you met this person, and you transformed into some version of yourself to be what you thought you needed to be for them, because you didn't want to lose the person. You were so happy to have this person because maybe you were lonely, maybe you were bored, maybe you saw all of your friends in relationships and they're going out on little couples dates and all of that, and you're sitting at home like, I don't have someone to go out with. I'm so lonely. I'm so bored. You went and jumped in some relationship and made this person your everything, and you lost yourself. What's the number one reason why you should want to enter a relationship? The only reason why you should want to enter a relationship is because you have an abundance of love to give someone. I have love to give, not because I'm seeking it. I want to enter into this relationship because I have an abundance of happiness to give someone, not because I'm looking for someone to be my happiness. I want to add someone to my life because I have so much peace in me to give. I'm not looking for someone to be my peace. You went in looking for things that you should have been bringing. Then I don't lose my partner. Then I don't lose myself. Because I'm already in the business of loving me. I'm already happiness. I'm already joy. I'm already everything that I need to be. But we don't, again, we go in the relationship backwards. We go in the relationship looking for things that you should have had a duffel bag full of the day you showed up. Should have had a whole overnight bag packed with happiness, packed with love, packed with joy. I'm already everything for me. I don't need you to be anything. And now that person can be an extension of what's already there. Now that person can enhance what's already there. That's the only thing that the person can do. The person can only add to what's already there. But what they cannot do is create what was missing in you. And that's exactly what you needed them to do. You needed that person to love you a certain way. You needed that person to believe in you a certain way, to validate you a certain way, to show up for you a certain way, to live up to your expectations. You needed that person to be all of that for you. What were you for you? If you need them to be all of that for you, what were you for you? What was your role? If they doing all of that, what were you bringing? Damn, if I got to live up to your expectations, how do I have time to live up to my own? If I got to be everything that you need me to be for you, see, that's what I'm saying. It's you were somebody special, which is what made that person attracted to you. Because you had a life going on, you maybe had your career going on, maybe you were going to the gym, you were doing all of these things, that person saw you somewhere and they wanted to have the experience of you. And so you guys started talking, you changed numbers or whatever the case may be, and then you ended up in a relationship with this person. But you should have never stopped being who you were when that person met you. And that's exactly the first mistake you made. You stopped being that version of you. You became some totally different, unrecognizable version of you. Truth is knocking. Come on, live in the truth. We ain't pointing fingers here. There's no one to blame. I'm trying to bring to your awareness what we end up doing in relationships and how relationships get destroyed. Your life should have turned up. I'm spending more time with my friends. I'm working on my career. I'm working on my goals. I'm working on transforming. I want to start my business. I want to write that book. And now you've got a force multiplier there. But you didn't do that. That's exactly what you should have did. But you didn't do that. That person was only supposed to be the wind behind you. A cheerleader behind you. That was it. You transformed this person into some totally different thing, needing them to be all of these things for you. They were never supposed to be that. Now you go write that book because I got somebody behind me. Now you go start that business because I got somebody behind me. Now I'm hanging out with my friends and I'm doing all of these things because I've got someone behind me. I don't slow my life down because I've added someone to it. If anything, I need to be speeding up. You put your life all the way on park. Put your goals on the back burner, dreams on the back burner. Everything that you wanted was on the back burner and you became something else. That's when you lost yourself. It's when you lost yourself. Sometimes when we're not loving ourselves and you've got all of these voids in you, you go out looking for love. You go out looking for someone to be, you're looking for companionship. That's the number one indicator that you're not giving yourself everything that you need. Number one. Let me qualify that. You don't go to the restaurant when you're full. You have never walked into a restaurant in the history. I don't even know your name and I know that. You have never walked into a restaurant in the history of your life when you were full. You have never left Thanksgiving dinner and walked into a McDonald's and bought yourself a hamburger. Never, because you were already full. You didn't need anything. When you're hungry, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, when you're hungry, you go out looking for things. That's why you jump on the app. That's why you jumped on this. That's why you jumped on that. Because you were malnourished, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So you went looking for what was missing in you, but there was nothing missing in you. You were just out of alignment with your divine essence in that moment. That was the only thing that was wrong with you. Went straight to the app. Oh, I'm going to find me somebody. How you going to find somebody? You haven't found yourself yet. You haven't found you. You haven't met you yet. You have not met who you are at your essence, not yet. Because the day you meet who you are at your essence, you're going to be so protective over who has access. I'm talking about national security protective over who has access to you. Oh, you're going to be a whole totally different person. Once you become that self-aware person, then I will tell you what's going to happen. See, if you go get in a relationship today before you become spiritually awakened, you go get in a relationship today, you're hanging out with this person, whatever. The day that you become spiritually awakened, that person that you were attracted to today is no longer attractive to you. You're no longer an energetic match for that person. This is why I tell people you should focus on becoming spiritually awakened, because if you're in a relationship with someone right now, the day that you have your spiritual awakening, the day that you become the most powerful version of yourself, you will no longer be an energetic match for that person that you're in the relationship right now. And it's not because they're a bad person, it's because you guys are vibrating on different frequencies. That part right there, Constellation, access to you is a pure gift. The only problem is that if you don't believe it, see, the average person doesn't believe that they're a gift. You don't look at yourself as a gift. So because you don't look at yourself as a gift, the other person won't look at you as one as well. Because you've been programmed and conditioned to look at yourself through your past. You've been programmed and conditioned to look at yourself through your pain. You've been programmed and conditioned to look at yourself through your wounds. So you don't see your value. You only see yourself through the eyes of other people. Self-awareness is going to bring you to that place where you see your real value. And once you see your real value, you will be so picky with respect to who you allow to have access to you. I'm picky. I'm going to be honest with you. But see, I talk about this all the time with my clients. We're picky about the wrong things. See, when it comes to the type of food you eat, oh, you're picky about that. When it comes to the type of clothes you wear, oh, you're picky about that. You know, when it comes to the type of movies and things you want to watch, you're picky about that. Be just as picky about who you allow to have access to you. That's where you need to be picky. Damn the chicken, damn the outfit, those things won't hurt you. It's who you allow to have access to you. That's where you need to be picky. We get picky about the wrong things. We'll get picky about the chicken and get picky about the outfit and get picky about the movie, but you'll let this regular person have access to you, drain you, disrespect you, abuse you, give you less, but you're not picky there. Why are you not picky now? Where'd all that pickiness go? You need to turn that around. You picky about the wrong things. Go eat the chicken. Be picky about that person. Be picky when it comes to how much you're procrastinating. That's when you should be picky. Be picky about that version of yourself that sees all of the red flags and then pretends not to see them. Because you're waiting on the green flags to show up. Picky about the wrong things in life. People will never appreciate what they think they can always reach. Sit with that. I said people will never appreciate what they think they can always reach. They stop respecting what they feel entitled to. See, the difference between a gift and possession is the difference between whether or not a relationship will survive or not. That's the problem with programming and conditioning. People have entered your life and they feel like you are their possession. And the moment that they think that you are their possession, they'll start treating you like all of the other possessions that they have, like that car, like the clothes. See, you get bored with possessions. Everything that that you have right now, that's some possession of yours, is probably something that you're already bored with. That's why we get rid of the iPhone. We want the other one. You know, we get rid of this clothes. We go take them to the Salvation Army, whatever we want to get other. You know, you get tired of the shoes. You get tired of the bag. You get tired of all of your possessions. But when you look at something as a gift, you never get tired of the gift. So the person is not looking at you as a gift. They're looking at you as their possession because they've been programmed and conditioned to see you through that filter. That's why they get bored with you. See, the gift is something that you never get bored with. Life is a gift. So, but it's self-awareness is a gift. I never get bored with it. I'm never like, oh, I wish I could go back to being asleep again. Never. I've never said that. But that's why it's your job to treat yourself as the gift. And when you treat yourself as the gift, you become an energetic match for other people that's going to treat you like one as well and see you like one as well, because you set the standard. People are only going to follow the blueprint that you put in place. You cannot blame people for not giving you what you didn't demand. That part right there, Shonda, so good to see you, Mama. So good to see you. Like I said again, and that was the number one indicator that it was time for you to leave. That's the number one indicator that it's time for you to leave. That's how we become toxic, because you didn't place value on yourself. The moment that, see, this is what I'm telling you guys. How do I increase my value, coach? The moment that I remove access to me, your value skyrockets. That's what you don't understand. The moment that I remove access to me, my value skyrockets immediately. I'm the same person. Value skyrocketed. If I remove myself from TikTok, I no longer do my value skyrockets. I just might become one of the most valuable people walking. Instantly, skyrockets. That's what I'm saying. When you remove access to you, see, people aren't afraid to lose you. That's why they don't place value on you. Because everything is predicated on the amount of value that you place on yourself. And when you don't place value on you, why should I? I'm telling you. You got people sitting in a whole full-blown relationship with this person. You no longer place value on yourself. And when you no longer place value on yourself, that person becomes an energetic match. You are what you tolerate. You are what you entertain. If you entertain the disrespect, you become a reflection of that. If you entertain less than you deserve, you become a reflection of that. You are not what you want. You are what you entertain. You are what you tolerate. What are you tolerating right now? Because that's who you are. Just look at your life. You ain't got to put it all in the comments. Just look at your life. Whatever it is you tolerating, that's who you really are. Not who you pretend to be, who you really are. If you want to know what you are, put yourself in park for 5 minutes and look at everything you're tolerating, and that's a reflection of who you are. That disrespect that you take, walking on eggshells, not speaking your truth, showing up small, transforming yourself into some version of you that you think this other person needs you to be so that you can hang on to the relationship, that's who you are. Give a damn about what you tell people, that's who you are. That should scare you or ignite you. That's who you are. That's who you are. And what you have to understand is this: if you lie to yourself, you'll lie to everyone else. So don't lie to yourself. If you can't be real with you, you can't be real with anyone. Self-awareness, truth teller, self-awareness, that's all. You're just out of alignment, that's all. You're just out of alignment. I promise you, if you spent the weekend with me, you wouldn't be able to go back to your house. Your head be too big. We'd have to cut the whole wall out. You say, Coach, I can't fit through the front door anymore. The whole wall, we got to kick the whole wall in just to get you in. Head just big. Because convergence is real. I'm saying that tongue in cheek, but I'm being serious. Convergence is real. You know, it's the people that you are around and the people that you have that you allow to have access to you. Those people have such a significant impact on you. I'm a force multiplier. So I only see your potential. I'll never see your past. I'll never see your pain. I'll never see you through your wounds, ever. I don't give a damn about who you were yesterday. I'm focused on, we're going to be at the gym. We're going to be going to the best restaurants. We're going to be going to the best events. We're going to be around the best people. You're going to be so lit when you leave me. You ain't going to be able to get on the plane. You're going to have to walk home. Head going to be too big. Coach, they told me that I can't fit on the plane. I promise you. It's all about who you're allowing to have access to you. That's it. I'm telling you. Constellation, I see. That's why I push self-awareness, that self-awareness line like I do. That's why I push self-mastery like I do. That's why I push self-respect like I do. You know, it's the biggest thing in the world. It's the most important thing in the world. It's the most important thing in the world. You got to F with you more than anybody. Talking about putting somebody else first. You disrespecting yourself. You disrespecting God's power he placed in you. Placing somebody else above yourself. Placing someone else's needs above yourself. You disrespecting yourself. The person is lucky to have access to you. That's enough. The F you mean. That's enough. It's enough. 8 billion people I could allow to have this experience called me. That's enough. I wake up every single day and I choose you. I don't have chains on me. There's nothing tying me. There's no ropes around me. It's enough. Be happy with that. I can't be your everything and my everything at the same time. I'm going to be here whether you walk out or not. And human beings are mistake-making machines, which means what you love today, you may not love tomorrow. And there's nothing I can do about that. I didn't put my career on the line. I didn't put my finances behind you. I didn't put my best resources, my time, my energy, my love, my faith, belief. I didn't put all of that behind you. You wake up the next day, you out. What I'm going to do? Sitting here looking crazy. Money gone, credit gone, heart gone, feelings gone, everything turned upside down. All because you placed all of everything that you are on the most unpredictable thing walking on the face of this earth. Nothing is more unpredictable than the human being. And you placed your everything on that. I'd rather you went to Vegas. So you gambling, go to Vegas. You got a better chance of winning there. I'm telling you, human beings are the most unpredictable creatures walking. No, you build yourself. That's what the relationship was about. The relationship should have helped you become better, stronger, smarter, faster, period. Where'd all that disrespect come from? Where'd all the abuse come from? Where'd all of the pain come from? I said that the relationship was designed to help you become better, stronger, smarter, faster. That's the deal. And anything that you allow to get introduced into the relationship beyond that, you should have walked out the door. You became the problem. Anything that you allowed to happen besides you becoming better, stronger, smarter, faster wasn't a part of the original agreement. The deal's off. I don't give a damn how much you think you love that person. The deal is off. This is not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for your wounds. I didn't sign up for you to project your pain onto me. I didn't sign up for you to project your anger onto me and your bad days onto me. I didn't sign up to be this emotional punching bag for you. I ain't signed up for that. So my question to you is that where was the self-love? Where was the self-respect? Where was the self-worth? Where all them affirmations you be talking about? All those people you follow on social media, where'd that version of you go? I said, where'd that version of you go? And who are you representing? Are you representing people or are you representing God? I'm just asking. I don't know what you represent now. You representing people or you representing God? Because none of that applies to him. He doesn't do the disrespect. He doesn't do the showing up small. He doesn't do you not living in your truth. He doesn't do you not showing up to the moment as the human manifestation of greatness, which is what he created you to be. So who you representing? I'm just asking. Who are you representing? The moment that someone is trying to give me something that's out of alignment with what I know I deserve, I'm out. And nothing to talk about. We don't need to huddle up. We don't need to go and sit down. We don't need to talk to the case manager. We don't need to talk to the therapist. I don't need someone to jumpstart the relationship. I'm out. People can only understand you as deeply as they understand themselves. That's problem number one. People can only love you as deeply as they love themselves. That's problem number two. Because most people don't love themselves because they've never met themselves. They don't know themselves that deeply. How can I have an appreciation for you and I still haven't met me yet? I'm telling you. You don't go build your future on that. I have a companion. Wonderful. Go out and build yourself. I got a co-pilot now. Wonderful. Go out and build yourself. But the moment you stop being what you were, the day before you met that person, the relationship was over. You don't ever change. You evolve. I'm telling you. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. D&D, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That part right there, you just continue to, you evolve. And that's what that person should be helping you to do. They should be helping you to unlock more of what's already. You better listen with your whole chest right now. I said the only thing that person should have been doing for you is helping you to unlock more of what's already there. That means we don't have room for disrespect. We don't have room for showing up small. We don't have room for me not speaking. There's no room for that. If that person is doing their job, meaning that they're helping you to unlock more of what's already there, and you're doing your job, helping them to unlock more, where did all this other stuff come from? I'm confused. Somebody lost themselves in the relationship. That's why self-awareness is so important, because every person is walking around. Every person is walking around with some different definition of what love is, some different definition of what happiness is, some different definition of what a relationship is. Everybody has some different definitions of that. What's hurting you in life is your definitions. Your definitions do more damage to you than anyone you have ever called an enemy. The way you define things. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because truth teller, that's gorgeous. In fact, thank you for throwing that out there. That's absolutely beautiful, because again, but that's assuming, truth teller. Watch this. That's assuming that that person is self-aware. If they're not self-aware, they'll never see that. You see what I'm saying? If they're not self-aware, they'll never see that the toxic relationship was only revealing them back to themselves. They'll never see it. The only thing they'll see is the abuse. The only thing they'll see is that this person was disrespectful. The only thing they'll see is that they were getting less than they deserved. That's all they saw. Never learned the lesson from it. Never learned the fact that the relationship was only mirroring them back to themselves. Never learned it. Only the awakened person knows that. The person that lacks self-awareness is only seeing the situation through lower mind, which means they're seeing the situation through their ego personality, which means that they have a very narrow perspective as to what's going on. Very narrow. Now, you need more than Jesus. You need self-awareness. Don't put him in it, because he's not going to solve your problems. You need self-awareness. That's the problem. We always want to go outside of ourselves. You the solution. That's what self-awareness is trying to teach you. That's what Jesus was teaching. He was teaching people how to wake up. He was teaching people how to become spiritually awakened. He was teaching people to understand that the kingdom of God is in you right now. That every single solution, every answer, every blessing, everything that you are looking for, you are already in possession of. I got mastery over this. I do this. You talking to the right one now. That's what he was trying to teach people. So what you going to go get him for? You going to go grab him every single time that you have a problem? Is what you telling me? All these people, all you need, you looking for the answer outside of yourself. You calling someone else's name. You need to be calling your own, because you're the thing that you are looking for. What you've been looking for in life is what you already are. He was trying to wake you up. That's the problem. You didn't understand that the people back then during that time period didn't understand that they were the power. They didn't understand it. This wasn't making sense to them. Why? Because they were so programmed and conditioned. Christ's consciousness is in you right now. The consciousness that he carried, which is not a name. Christ is not a name. It's a level of consciousness that you're carrying right now. So you don't need him anymore. He did his job already. That's the problem. The man did his job. Can he rest? Do your job. Damn, we always looking for some savior. You the savior. The thing you're looking for, the thing you waiting on, you already in possession of. He did his job already. What more do you want the man to do? He came and left the blueprint for you. He told you the kingdom of God is in you. Christ's consciousness is in you. You will do greater works than I ever could. That's what the man said. What more you want him to do? Damn, let him rest. He did his job. Oh, we waiting on Jesus. What you waiting on him for? He already did his job. The man came and went. He did his job. Left a whole blueprint that you don't want to follow because you don't want to put in the work. You want someone else to come save you. You want someone else to come pull you from the river. You want someone else to come solve your problems. You the problem. You don't understand that? All of your problems are being created by your own mind. Not by Jesus. Okay, he can't rewire the way you think. God is not creating your problems. Reality is not creating your problems. Your programming and conditioning is creating your problems. Spiritual masters will tell you Jesus could do nothing for many of his hearers. Why couldn't he do anything for them? Because they were operating out of their programming and conditioning. They wouldn't listen. Like you, not listening. Waiting on somebody else. You sitting at the bus stop. Ain't no bus coming. You the bus stop and the bus. And the moment you become self-aware, you will understand that. But as long as you operating out of your programming and conditioning, you waiting on somebody else. The only problem in your life is your mind. Your mind creates more of your problems than anyone that you have ever called an enemy. That's why the greatest battle or the greatest challenge that you will ever face in life is you. You think it's your outer enemies. You don't have outer enemies. Every single person outside of you is only reflecting some version of you, something in you that needs to heal. Yeah, what you think he gonna do? Screw off the top of your head, rewire the way you think? Come on, don't put that on the man. You don't have a reality problem, you have a thinking problem. I get all of these people in the comments, all you need is Jesus. No, you need self-awareness. You need to wake up. That's what he was doing. He was waking people up. And as long as you think that the power is somewhere outside of you, it will never be where you are. As long as you think your happiness is somewhere else, it will never be where you are. I'm telling you, it'll never be where you are. You the power. The man sat there and told you that. You carrying more power than you're going to do greater things than I ever will. What do you want him to do? What more do you want him to do? Damn. Let him rest. He did his job. He came and left a whole blueprint. But we're so busy chasing money, we don't want to follow the blueprint. We're so busy chasing people, we don't want to follow the blueprint. We're so busy trying to focus on how people look and how people are looking at us and what the public perception is. You concerned about what people think about you. We're concerned about the wrong things. That's the real problem. Oh, coach, I want to be rich, but you don't want to become spiritually rich. You don't want to become emotionally rich. You don't want to become mentally rich. Become that first. Because you've been programmed and conditioned to believe that that money is going to do something to you. No, hypnotic adaptation is going to set in. And once it's set in, you're going to grow accustomed to having that money. And then one day that money will no longer move your needle. Now you sitting here looking for something else to do. Here's the problem. Now I can finance my drug habit. Because that's exactly what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to go find a way to fill these voids in me. All of this unhappiness in me. Because the money doesn't move your needle anymore. It's going to move it in the beginning because it's new. We always get excited about the new. But the new eventually becomes old. Now it doesn't move you anymore. You're going to grow accustomed to anywhere your environment is. I could take you to the most beautiful beach in the world. Eventually, if I leave you there for 6 months, you'll be ready to go home. You're going to be complaining, Coach, it's too sunny here. Coach, it never rains here. Coach, I'm talking about the most beautiful place in the world. But then if I take you out and bring someone else in, and it's their first day there, they're excited as I don't know what. Why? Because they attach different meaning to it. You're attaching meaning to it based on the fact that you've been there for the last 6 months. So you're bored with it already. You've seen all the sand. You've seen the beaches. You've seen all of the things. You're bored with it now. You have to understand how you work. You are creating all of the problems in your life. You're creating all of the suffering in your life. It's all the byproduct of your programming and conditioning. It's all the byproduct of the meaning that you attach to what's happening in your reality. You are the problem. And until we solve the problem called you, we're not going to get anywhere. And you're going to take that version of you into those relationships, and that relationship falls apart. You'll take that version of you into your friendships, and then the friendships fall apart. Things start falling apart because you haven't mastered yourself. And if you haven't mastered yourself, that means that the moment has mastered you. Your circumstances master you. Situations master you. People master you. Because as long as I can say something to you to get you to come out of alignment and get you to come out of character, you're not in control of yourself. I am. That's why God sent people like Jesus to wake you up. That's why my assignment is to wake you up. Wake you up to what you already are. Wake you up to the greatness that's already in you. Stop thinking that you're waiting on someone else and understand that the thing you've been waiting for your entire life, you're in possession of right now. Baddest thing on the planet is you. You just won't allow yourself to believe it. But you'll believe in somebody else. You'll believe that. Oh, it's LeBron James. Oh, it's Michael Jordan. Oh, it's this person over here. You'll believe in them. You just won't give yourself that same belief. That's the problem. You believe more in the things outside of you than you believe in yourself. Problem number one. We don't have a problem at all believing somebody else. Oh, it's Tupac. Oh, it's 50 Cent. Oh, all amazing people. Don't get me wrong. All incredible people. But you'll place more value on the things outside of you, but you won't place that same value on yourself. You'll give it to Beyonce, just not you. It is, Shondelyn. It is. We believe in other people's greatness, just not our own. That's the problem. Because you keep seeing your eyes, you keep seeing yourself through the eyes of your wounds. You keep seeing yourself through the eyes of your pain. You keep seeing yourself through your past accomplishments. You keep seeing yourself through yesterday's version of you. So you don't see greatness in you. That part right there. Your number one assignment is to believe in you. It's the number one assignment. It's the number one assignment. It's your number one job. Number one job. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. Thank you so much. Number one job. I said number one. Above everything, to believe in you. That's it. Number one job. Before you can do anything else, we got to start there. Because if we go somewhere else and we don't have the belief pact with us, man, we in trouble. So my number one job is to believe in me. I don't need your belief. I need my own. I need you to believe in you. I don't need you to believe in me. Your number one job is to believe in yourself before anything else. Because if we don't get there mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, oh man, we done lost the game. If we don't get there mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we've lost the game. We lost the game. That's why I'm in your life. That's your number one job, to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself to such a degree to your belief in yourself inspires others to believe in themselves just watching the way you believe in you. That part right there. That part right there. Hey, Paulina, what's up, mama? That part right there. Someone will always disapprove of you. Just don't let that person be you. There are going to be people in life that fail to see your value today. Just don't let that person be you. There are going to be people in life that don't choose you. People in life that don't believe in you. People that decide to walk out of your life and give their love to someone else. Just don't allow that person to be you. I don't give a damn who else it might be. It can never be you. No matter what's happening outside of you, no matter who decides to walk out, who decides to walk in, who decides to choose you, who decides to stop showing up for you, who decides to stop validating you, it doesn't matter. Your belief in yourself can never stop because of what's going on outside of you. Because the moment that you stop believing in you, man, we lose the game. We don't have anything anymore. We don't have anything. Fouled out of the game. Because I'm trying to figure out who's the replacement person that's supposed to come believe in you when you stop doing it. Who's your backup plan? When you stop believing in you because someone wanted to stop loving you. When you stop believing in you because someone didn't choose you. When you stop believing in you because this person decided to move on with their life because they no longer wanted to have the experience called you. In those moments, who's the replacement person for you that's supposed to come love you in those moments when you stop? Where we find that person? It has to be you. It can't be someone else. One more time. People are mistake-making machines. You don't place that responsibility on someone else. You never stop doing it. That's the answer. You got to stop looking for answers and start being the answer. We're always looking for a different answer. Oh, this person's going to do it. Oh, that person's going to do it. You the answer. I don't give a damn if you take us to the bottom of the ocean right now. We're going to be the coldest things down there. I don't give a damn if you take us to the moon right now. We're going to be the coldest things up there. I don't give a damn if you take us to Alaska. We're going to be wearing polar bear skin jackets. That's how I move, man. That's how I move. And it's all predicated on belief. Promise you. Go to the bottom of the ocean right now. We're going to be running everything down there. You down there with me. You got to have that mindset because nobody else is coming. Every morning when you wake up, come on, man, you got to feel me on this. Every morning when you wake up, and you walk in the bathroom, and you turn on the light for the very first time, and you look in the mirror, what you see in that moment is the only person that's been rocking with you your whole life. What you see in that moment is the only person still standing with you. You don't see multiple people in the mirror when you go look in the morning. What you see in that moment is the most consistent thing in your life. What you see in that moment is your real best friend. What you see in that moment is the one person that will never give up on you. How you stop believing in that person? How you stop showing up for that person? How you give up on that person? Hell no. Never giving up on me. I don't give a damn who walks out. You can walk out, keep walking. I don't give a damn who comes or who leaves. I'm going to be here no matter what. So I can't show up small. I can't arrive to the moment and not speak my truth. I can't not bring greatness to everything that I do, but I can't do it. I got God watching me. I can't do it. I can't allow fear to have a seat at the table of my decision making. That's disrespectful to God's power. That's disrespectful to what he put in me. It's disrespectful. Me sitting here worried. What am I worrying about? Every time I worry, I'm only signaling to him that I don't trust him in that moment. How disrespectful is that? All of the things he done brought in and out of your life, you sitting here worried. All of the blessings he then bestowed upon you. You sit here worried about some little situation, overthinking this and overthinking that. You're signaling to him that you don't trust him with respect to that particular situation. That is disrespectful to who he is. That is disrespectful to everything he has been in your life. Disrespectful. Everybody walking around here, we all claim we love him this and love him that. All of these other things, but your life riddled with fear, riddled with worry, riddled with anxiety. Well, where's all that trust at that you claim to have in him? Tell me where that is. Where'd that go? Yeah, you got to know. That part right there, Vonnie, man, you got to know. I walk around with maximum. I might have too much belief, if anything. More so than not having enough. I just might have too much. I believe in him that much. He's done too much for me, brought me too far. Gave me the ability to see. I see for the first time in my life. I see. And talking about sight. Anybody has sight. He gave me the ability to see. That's what self-awareness does. It gives you the ability to see the world the way he sees it. Now you see for the very first time. Yeah, you have sight right now. That part I'll give you. I'm talking about the ability to see. See people as they are and not as you imagine them to be. See situations as they are and not as you imagine them to be. See people's pain. See them pretending in those moments. See their suffering going on. I see it. I sit back and I talk to them. I'm like, man, I see it. And then when people try and project that onto me, I don't get angry. There's nothing to be frustrated or upset about. I understand because they are once where I used to be. So I feel empathy in that moment, like he would. I feel compassion in that moment, like he would. I don't blame them because they didn't create the program. So I would be lacking self-awareness in that moment if I became upset with you. The same way you don't get upset with the child when the child is throwing a temper tantrum in the Walmart because they want some toy. You understand what's going on. You fully understand. Nothing to be upset about. It's the same thing. So when I encounter people and they're just like that child in the Walmart trying to project whatever onto me to get me to shift or change, to get them what they want, there's no upset. Nothing to be upset about. Because I see the person. But I see their potential, but I also see their pain. The greatest gift that he will ever give you is to give you the ability to see. That is the greatest gift you will ever receive. To become self-aware, which means I'm a master of self. That's a gift in and of itself, but that benefits me. To be able to go out into the world and understand how to be the gift for every single person, understand how to see the pain and what you need to be for that person in that moment, that's God power. That's all that is. And for him to trust you to such a degree where he will allow his children to connect with you so that you can get them realigned, because you don't fix people, you just help them become realigned. I'm only helping you to become realigned. You're not broken and you don't need to be fixed. You only need to be understood. I can love you even with the dysfunction. I can love you even through your programming and conditioning. I can love you even with the mess that you've got going on in your mind. It doesn't affect me. If anything, it increases my compassion and my empathy toward what you're going through in that moment. And I can love you unconditionally right now. I don't need time to do it. That's why self-awareness is so important. Love doesn't require time. Love is instantaneous. It requires no time. All of that, oh, I don't know them like that, coach. That's your ego talking. That's your programming and conditioning talking. That's not self-awareness, and that's not love. I don't know what that is, but it's not love. Love doesn't require time. It's instantaneous. And the reason why it doesn't require time, because it's what you are. The moment I showed up, love showed up. I'm telling you, D, it's instantaneous. The moment you showed up, you are love. The moment you showed up, it showed up. Now, what you decided to be and how you react to the situation will determine what level of love that person receives. That's on you. But the moment you show up, all greatness showed up. That's what I'm saying. And that's not predicated on how much money you have. It's not predicated on your level of education. It's not predicated on what you have or what you don't have. It's predicated on you remembering. I'm just here to help you remember. I'm here to help you remember. Because you've been so programmed. Let me whisper to you. That's how you showed up. When you showed up, you were unconditional love. Remember? I'm only here to help you remember. When you showed up, you were unconditional love. You were the closest thing to God in that moment. There was nothing on the planet closer to him than you. You had just left him. And he placed you in that family. And he placed you in that family for a very specific reason. But the day you showed up, you were already unconditional love at the purest form. You were happiness. You were joy. You were peace. You needed nothing. And the reason why you didn't need anything is because you were already complete. The people that gained access to you that you call your family, the people that gained access to you marveled at how happy you were with nothing. Because they had already been programmed and conditioned. So they didn't understand how you could be, because they had forgotten already. They didn't understand how you could be so happy with just a pen in your hand, with a pair of keys in your hand, with a remote control in your hand. You found joy in everything that they had lost. They had lost their capacity for joy. So in that moment, you were a reminder of that. That's why we love babies, because they remind us. But the problem is that we end up projecting so much of our programming and conditioning onto the baby that the baby ends up becoming a reflection of us, when it should be the other way around. The baby is there to teach you. But we got it all wrong. We start changing the baby into a reflection of what we are. And then as that baby grows, we say things like, don't ask questions, go sit down, go outside and play, go over here, take this toy, go play with, turn on the TV so they can leave you alone. And then they get programmed and conditioned, and they get pushed out to sea, and that's what happened to you. So what I'm here to do in this moment is only to remind you of what you are. Get back to what you are. Before the world got a hold of you, before the world told you what you needed to be, before you started shrinking and transforming yourself so that you could fit in with this circle of friends, so that you could hang out with these people, so that you could be cool and popular, all of these things is not who you are. You were put on this planet to change the world. That's the gift you carry. That's how powerful you are. You are his greatest asset. You're focused on groupthink. You're looking at yourself through your family dynamics. You're looking at yourself through your circle of friends. You're looking at yourself through all of these different filters, which is blocking your ability to see what you are. If you sit back for a little while, you'll see it. Think about what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get you back to that pre-programmed condition where you, before the programming and conditioning, before the world got a hold of you, before everyone started making all of the deposits in you, you're carrying so many deposits in you right now. I want you to think about a bank for a moment. That's how a bank becomes powerful. A bank becomes powerful because every person in the community starts making deposits inside of the bank. Before the bank opens and people start making deposits in the bank, there's nothing in the bank. You're the bank. And people started making all of these deposits. They started depositing their fears into you. They started depositing their insecurities into you. They started depositing their limiting beliefs into you. They started depositing their worries, their doubts, their stress, all got deposited in you. That's what's making you heavy right now. Because you're carrying programming and conditioning that actually doesn't belong to you. It belongs to every single person that has gained access to you since the day you were born. The majority of your thoughts and your thinking are coming from that. Your fears are actually not your own. They're fears that you've inherited from your bloodline, from people telling you different things and you carrying all of this stuff. Your culture programmed you. Your religion programmed you. The teachers, the professors, the books that you've read, the magazines, TVs, all of these things has all contributed. You are the culmination of everything that has happened to you leading up to this moment. Awareness is trying to get you to get deprogrammed so that you are only running the programs in your mind that align with God. You're only running the programs in your mind that align with who you are becoming. You're carrying other people's fears. You're carrying their insecurities. You're carrying their worry, their stress, their doubt. You're carrying all of that. And then you've got epigenetics going on. You've got that going on as well. You're carrying that. Get deprogrammed. What's the solution, coach? Get deprogrammed. Strike your cell phone. When you've got apps on your cell phone that no longer work for you, what do? You hold down the little app for a second. Eventually that X pops up. You click that X, the app is gone. That's what we got to do. We got to start eliminating some of the apps. You got some apps in you right now that don't serve you. Yeah, so that's it. That is it. That is it. Nah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and again, you're gonna get there, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, Steve, it's so good to see you. So good to see you, buddy. Don't worry about it. You're going to get there. Everything is fine. Like I said, nothing's broken. Nothing needs to be fixed. You know, you can only change what you acknowledge needs to be changed. You know, and once you acknowledge something that needs to be changed, now I'm in control of the thing that needs to be changed. But whatever it is that you're unaware of is in control of you. So now that this has been brought to the forefront of your thinking, now I can gain control over that and I can start the process of, again, getting deprogrammed, because that's it. Again, my job is to only remind you of who you already are, to help you become realigned with who you already are. You showed up as the greatest thing walking. You showed up that way. You were unconditional love. You were happiness. You were joy. You were bliss. You were all of those things. You were complete. You didn't need nothing. There was no racism in you. There was no judgments in you. There was no assumptions in you. There was no labels in you. You weren't carrying anything. You weren't projecting anything onto anyone. None of that. You were the closest thing to God in that moment. You were carrying nothing. That's what made you powerful. You were carrying nothing. So now we have to get back to the business of being childlike, not childish. Get back to that childish. Childish meaning that I have my joy back. I have my zest back. I'm not blaming anyone. I've gotten deprogrammed. I've become self-aware. I'm a master of self. I'm emotionally bulletproof. I see people and I understand. I see people as they are, not as I imagine them to be. I see situations and circumstances as they are, not as I imagine them to be. I don't see people for the color that they carry. I see people for what they carry internally, because I understand that I am a part of an interconnected, interdependent society where everything is leaning on the next thing. That is the dream of the planet. And if you don't understand what the dream of the planet is, the dream of the planet is the culmination of everyone's individual dream combined. That's what God is working on. You got to understand it. If you look outside, you'll see it. If you go walk downtown, you'll see it. Everything is in perfect harmony. Take the people out of it because they create the problems. Everything in reality right now is perfect. And it's not because of us, because our thoughts don't come from us, they come from Him. Everything in reality, take people out of it because you're going to complicate the situation. Everything in reality is perfect. All perfect. We bring the complications. We bring the problems. We bring the wars. We bring the suffering. We bring the fill in the blank. We bring that. But the roads, perfect. The cars that go on those roads, perfect. The buildings, perfect. The windows, perfect. The supermarkets, perfect. The farms, perfect. The trucks that bring the food from the farm to the super, perfect. Perfect systems everywhere. Everything is set up in this moment for you to win. You're struggling because you're too focused on the people. That's what we get caught up on. We're too busy focusing on the crowd. The crowd is the problem. Take all of the people off the face of the earth. Every problem gone. We bring all the problems. But when you start looking at the world through the dream of the planet, you understand your dream, the gift that you carry, right, is perfectly aligned with the gift that someone else carries, maybe around the corner from you, maybe on the other side of the world. Every single person is depositing whatever that gift is, like a puzzle. If you think about a jigsaw puzzle, right, and that jigsaw puzzle may have 1,000 pieces in that jigsaw puzzle. You are one of those pieces to that jigsaw puzzle, meaning that that gift that you carry has to be deposited in order for the entire dream of the planet to work. That's why you're able to benefit when you go to the hairdresser, when you go to the supermarket, because everyone else has already did their job. Do your job. Your job is to transform yourself into the greatest version of you. Do your job. Don't get caught up in the people. The people are the circus. The people are the show. Don't get caught up with the show. The show will hurt you. Get caught up with the show. I'm doing my job right now. This is part of what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing it right now. I'm the embodiment of that right now. Everything that I'm telling you, I embody right now. I'm doing my job. My job is to wake people up. My job is to get people realigned spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. That's it. I'm doing my part. Do your part. Can't do your part chasing other people. Can't do your part thinking you need someone else to complete you. Can you? Just do your part. It's the dream of the planet. Like I said again, yeah. All right. Let me put a pin in it. Now, I understand that. I can appreciate that. You used to say if everyone else except yourself. I'm the same way. But that's what makes you great. In awareness, that's what makes you great. The fact that you used to do that, that's what makes you great. Because God is not paying attention to what you do. He's paying attention to what you are. What are you? What are you here? See, because we have to understand you've got spiritual capacity, you got mental capacity, and then you've got physical capacity. Some people only have spiritual capacity, and that's terrible. That's terrible. That's why our world is suffering, because you've got people that only have spiritual capacity. What is spiritual capacity? Spiritual capacity means that they know how to quote the Bible. They can read it from cover to cover. They in church singing and dancing and all of these other things like that. Spiritual capacity. Then spiritual capacity, it's supposed to transform or metamorphosize into mental capacity. Mental capacity means that I do the thing. All of that reading, all of that following Jesus, all of that I love Jesus, I love God. Now I'm the thing. I'm being what Jesus told me to be. I'm being what God told me to be. I'm being what Scripture is. I am the human embodiment of that. I'm being the thing. You got all of these people go to church all day long, only have spiritual capacity. They go home, they ain't thinking about you. They ain't thinking about you at all. Drive right past that homeless person. Drive right past that mama walking down the street with no shoes. Drive right past that kid sitting there on the corner, hungry as I don't know what, while you on your way to the IHOP, pretending you didn't see it. That's spiritual capacity. Mental capacity means I do it. That's what you see right now. Every single day, Monday through Friday, I'm here. I don't give a damn if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's because I'm here representing God right now, not representing me. Physical capacity is what you receive. Physical capacity means that the people from that mental capacity are actually benefiting because it's working. Because you are mentally, spiritually, and emotionally aligned with God. You are mentally, spiritually, and emotionally aligned with your divine being. Now people are benefiting. Now there's transformations happening all over the world. Spiritual capacity, mental capacity, physical capacity. Physical capacity, I don't benefit from. You do. That means that I'm so locked in from a mental capacity perspective that you get the transformation. Again, 85% of the people walking on the face of this earth only have spiritual capacity, which means they'll quote the Bible to you all day long, talk to you about it, get right in that car after church and drive home. Drive past that homeless community, drive past that food shelter, drive past that mom that was walking down the street with no shoes, drive right past that and felt nothing. So God's not paying attention to what you do. He's paying attention to what you are. What you are is infinitely more important than what you do. Anybody can do the right thing when the lights is on. Anyone can go to the charity events. Anyone can write the check. You're writing the check out of guilt. That's spiritual capacity. You're not writing it because you couldn't sleep that night, because you were so worried about those people being hungry and not having this and having that. No, you wanted your picture in the paper so you could look good. See, we got people walking around that are more concerned with how they look than really what's happening and how you feel. It bothers me to know that there are people out there that don't. So that's why I go so hard for you guys. That's why I will never take my foot off the gas pedal when it comes to this community and when it comes to our mindset communities. Never. There's too many people that need me. That keeps me up at night. It keeps me writing. It keeps me going hard. I will always show up for you as the 5-star version of myself. Whether I have it or not, I'm doing it. It's mandatory. It's It's not even a conversation. That's unconditional love. That's what I'm saying. Spiritual capacity, mental capacity, physical capacity. When people are talking to you from today moving forward, just watch what are they carrying? You'll see it. All right. Enough about that. I see you, Red. You're so welcome, Mama. Damn, yeah, at least I didn't. Damn, Mama, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Yep, sip it, don't drink it. I didn't even know that. Turning heads, I see you. I didn't even know you was on here. Turning heads, I see you. Lisa, I see you. Real quick, for anyone that's new to the platform, my name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness, self-mastery, and emotional intelligence. You know, just helping people to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? You need this book only if you are on that some journey to becoming a master of self. If you are looking to become more confident, if you are looking to increase your belief, if you are looking to increase your worth, not your value, because value isn't something that you increase, worth is. Value is what you bring to other people. Worth is what you have. Worth, it comes from the relationship you have with yourself. As you increase your self-worth, you simultaneously increase your value, right? So I'm not so much focused on you guys increasing value, because value will be the byproduct of you increasing your self-worth. The higher your self-worth, the higher your value, right? Because it's what you bring to the moment. That's important for us to understand. So worth and value are two completely different things, but sometimes we get that wrong. Having said all of that, my partners and I have created a community called Mindset Masters, and we created the community for one reason. There has to be a why. Like, what's our why? What's the why here? We created the community because the world needs self-awareness, and it's time for people to wake up. It's time for people to understand that they are the medicine, that you are the solution, but you're also the problem to your own life. It's time for people to understand just how powerful they are. There are people in businesses, in industries in place that profit from you not knowing how powerful you are, that profit from you not being spiritually awakened, from you not being aligned with your divine essence. There's entire businesses that have been created off you being blind to all of those things. So having said that, we've created the Mindset Masters community, and it's one of the fastest growing communities on social media. And we teach self-mastery, what you're going to learn. We teach self-awareness. We teach emotional intelligence. We teach you how to become a master of self. But most importantly, we help you to become unlocked and unleashed. Greatness is not something that we can add to you, because it's what you already are. What we do in the community is help you to remove the roadblocks to that greatness, right? Help you to remove the obstacles in your mind to that greatness. So whatever it is that's blocking love's presence in your life, or happiness's presence in your life, or joy's presence in your life, to help you to unblock and remove whatever the obstacles are that are keeping you from that. And chances are it's just your programming and conditioning. That's what stops us from loving ourselves. Because whatever it is that hurt you in all of your yesterdays, whether that's your wounds, whether that's somebody hurt you in a relationship, someone abused you, what happens to you is that impacts your self-concept. And your self-concept is the relationship you have with yourself, right? It's how you see yourself is through your self-concept. So if someone has hurt you and you don't understand why that happened, whether that happened in your childhood or whether that happened with you being an adult, if someone has hurt you somehow, some way, and it was traumatic for you, that hits your self-concept hard. And when it hit your self-concept, what that did to you was it impacted the way you believe in yourself. It impacted how you love yourself. It impacted you in ways that you may not even imagine. And so if you're not loving yourself, if you're not believing in yourself, I have so much compassion and empathy for you in this moment because I understand, right, what's happening there. I need you to understand it. And that's the journey that we will start, and that's the journey that we will take together, so that we can get you on that road to becoming the greatest and strongest and most powerful version of yourself. Inside of the community, you're going to receive 2 life coaches, myself being one of them, and you're going to receive an executive coach as well. You're going to receive access to all of my live streams like the one you just watched today. You're going to receive access to my book. You'll get a free copy of my book today when you guys get signed up. You're going to also receive, gain access to my podcast, which is archived inside of the community. I write every single day for the people in the community. They're my family. It's the community is, for me, it's everything for me. It's everything for me. I absolutely love and adore every single member of this community, and I am not only committed and dedicated to them, I will walk to the ends of the earth for them. I will never stop coaching them. I will never stop teaching them, even though some of them have already become masters in their own right? They're becoming so strong, and I'm so proud of them. But the gift that God has given me is the ability to understand that family is not just the people that carry the same blood as you do. Family are those people that are spiritually aligned with you. Those people that are emotionally aligned with you, spiritually aligned with you, mentally aligned with you. That's your family. And so I treat them as such. And in the community, it's just beautiful. It's full of love. It's full of peace. It's full of happiness. It's full of growth, most importantly. And it's something that you're going to want to gain access to. If you haven't gained access to this community, if you've never been a part of a community like this, you're robbing yourself to not at least experience it one time. Having said all of that, the entire community is $1 a day. The entire community is $1 a day. No contracts, no obligations. Try it for a month. That's it. Don't overthink it. Try it for a month. Today's Friday. It's a great day to get started. Try it for a month. It's $29. You're $29 away from changing your entire life. And who would have ever thought that? Who would have ever thought that $29 could literally change your life? But you're one decision away from the best decision you have ever made. So type me in the comments if you are ready to get signed up and to take me on as your life coach, your mentor, and your accountability partner. Day 1 or 1 day. I love that. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Any questions, community related, let me know. So copy and paste that link. Hold that link down. Copy and paste that link. Copy and paste that link. Hold it down for like 3 seconds. Put it inside of your browser. And then it'll take you to the sign up page. It's only going to probably take you a minute to get signed up, and then you'll be ready to go. And then you will be ready to go. Yeah, just copy and paste that link, put it inside your browser, like I said again, and then, you'll have your book by the end of, it's going to come ebook format. So you'll have your book by the end of, and send your email address to Coach Sonia, and then you guys will be ready to go. So you'll see Sonia Garza inside of the community. Send your email address to her. Yeah. Yeah, it's... It's crazy. The value that comes out of the community and what we charge for the community, they don't match. They don't match. But again, it was never about doing it for money. We priced it that low for a reason, because we wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be a single person that wouldn't be able to afford it, because it's that important. Yeah. It's that important. It's that important. Self-awareness is that important. All right, cool. Yeah, Parlina. Yeah. The world needs it. The world needs it. The world needs it. The world needs it bad. So bad. That part right there, Red, it's your birthright. Self-awareness is your birthright. It's the only vehicle that you can take to get back to who you really are. There are no other vehicles that you can take, you know, to get back to who you are. To get back to who you were before the world got a hold of you and, you know, you started to become the version of yourself that you are now. Any questions before I get out of here? Again, happy Friday, you guys. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Tara, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Vonnie, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Coach, thank you so much. Sir Presley, I see you, my brother. Thank you so much. Sonny, thank you. Monica, thank you. Elisa, thank you. G, thank you so much. Red, thank you so much. Muhammad, my brother, thank you. Sefe, Sarah, I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys too. Love you guys too. Stay powerful, stay prayed up. I've got some stuff to go right for the community, so I am going to get busy, getting busy. Let me go take care of my family. They are my priority, period. Shondelyn, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Elisa, love you too. Love you too, Mama. Constellation, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys stay prayed up. Stay. Yep. Hit that gym. Hit that gym. Get a couple reps in for me. Do a